Yeah, right.
The penis bear.
So, hi guys, we're back.
That's the first thing on camera.
Wait, what the hell just happened?
As you're pressing play on a record, I was like, oh, the penis bear. She was asking if we got recorded.
I'm gonna have to watch that back and see where you actually got it. Alright, so,
If
Right
so,
in
we're
the open.
demonetized.
Yeah,
Right in the
right?
open.
Demonetized.
Uh,
In 0.3 seconds. Alright, so, bit of housekeeping first off. We are currently down 3 players right now. One of them is having their 5-year anniversary, so they could not be here tonight. Another one is running late, and another one, unfortunately, has left our game. So we're going to have to figure out a way to gracefully play out Mr. Johnny Two Phones. I already know how I'm going to do it, but it's going to be rather difficult since you all are locked in a time loop and you keep dying. So we're going to have to figure that out. So basically, I'm just going to have to NPC him until you guys figure out the solution to this little puzzle. And also, a bit of funny for everyone. So there's a new Snapchat filter going on. I didn't tell any of you this because I wanted to do it on camera. But one of my friends, who will remain nameless, looked very much like Sean Astley.
Who?
Sean Astley. Give me a second. He is famous for The Goonies. He's been in Stranger Things. He also was in 50 First Dates, but he is mostly known for playing Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings. And the funniest thing is this individual who took this picture, I have been intimate with. So I've plowed a halfling. There you go. There's your D&D funny of the day.
Hey, short people are good lays. I had one.
I am short.
same.
She was legally a midget.
I work with a midget, but she's... What's the word I'm looking for? Too wild for me?
You?
I know.
For you, Tom?
She's,
Damn.
No, let's put it this way. She has over 50 piercings. And I say, okay, I count 20 in your head. You don't want to know where the rest are. Okay!
Kinky.
I'd like to see.
So would
Yeah,
I.
right? Alright, so, you're alive again. Go.
Yay.
Oh, where's Gary?
I told you, no.
Where's
No,
Gary?
there is no Gary in this. That is
You
not where I
never
got
said no until just then.
No, like that is not where I got this from.
You totally did.
I totally did not.
Oh,
I
totally.
actually got this from a combination of I've had this idea in my head since like high school because of Majora's Mask, right? And I fine-tuned it because of another D&D game called The Adventure Zone, which I love. I just realized I am not ready.
Is there a trickster that we can find?
Is there a what?
A trickster?
A trickster.
Yeah.
Ooh. Trickster.
Well, we come in with
Oh, I didn't
everybody.
get that one either.
No, I don't.
That
So,
was supernatural.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I don't watch that show.
so we come in with
Loki,
everybody.
actually.
So we got to take what's his face to the doctors again.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can drop them off with the guards on our way in.
Oh, so you just drop off your new halfling gnome friend at the guards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to drop him at the
I think we're just gonna drop them at the guards.
And I'm going to go ooh shiny and walk over to the direction towards the waterfalls.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with you.
You gotta go into the waterfall?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing I can gain through town. We've kind of been through town.
You haven't really explored town that much. You just know that there's a lot
Well,
of
we
people.
talked enough of the people that it's. I don't know that there's gonna be anything else to find of interest or importance.
I'm gonna go to the guards,
Okay, like
like talk to them.
these guards right here?
Yeah, because they mentioned the waterfall before.
Yes, they did.
So I'm gonna talk to
Well,
them.
If I remember correctly, basically all they said was like it's just like, and was it the guards or was it Craig? I don't know.
What's the guards?
Okay, but yeah, no, they basically just said it's a very serene sight.
So tell me, is this a natural waterfall or did someone make it?
Well, we did kind of dam up the lake in the back, and that actually ended up making the waterfall. But that was hundreds and hundreds of years ago that they've done that. We do maintain it. We keep it, like, sturdy, because if that thing goes, well, everyone here's fucked.
And is it the source of water for the town or
One of them, yes.
one of them? Okay. All right. I'm gonna go to the college.
Okay, the Arcane University.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm looking to purchase a scroll.
Okay. What scroll are you looking to purchase?
Wall of ice.
Wall of Ice. Okay. Can you bring that up for me while we
Yeah.
figure out what they're doing? All right.
I want to climb around the cave entrance and see what's up above in the surrounding area.
Up above the surrounding area,
So, like on the top of the hill or whatever.
on top of the hill. You basically, well, I'm just going to give you a passive
Okay.
first. You do see a lot
My
of,
passive is 17, so.
yeah, you do see a lot of, obviously, like trees, like, there's, it looks like a forest, pretty much. But, like, not so much a forest, like a dense forest, as it is, okay. As it is, it's just like,
Kind of like a woodland glen.
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
like,
Okay.
trees, like, sparsely,
Yeah,
a few boulders. and
kind of like a
stuff.
yard would look.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much, yeah.
So, do I see anywhere that might look like a ceiling to a cave, like a cave opening?
You don't see anything like that, but I do want you to roll me a perception check. That's a 4, and it's daytime.
Plus 15.
How do you have 15 fucking perception? Aside from just being broken.
I'm broken.
Wait, are you still stacking?
No,
No? Okay. Alright.
that's just plus 15.
Okay.
So I'm at a 19.
Alright.
I basically cannot fail perception checks.
Alright. You hear something off in the distance, but it's extremely quiet.
Does Orion respond to it?
He does not. He is just sniffing around and being an idiot.
Even though he has keen hearing?
He, roll me his, perception.
He's got advantage. 18 plus 3 is 21.
He also barely hears it, but he doesn't really pay any attention to
Okay.
it. He's more, infatuated with the dead bird that he has found.
Go figure.
I told you I'm playing the dog like an idiot.
Well, he was meant to be an idiot.
Because when you found him, he was intently staring at a rock, I think.
Yeah.
Now he's intently staring at a dead bird.
Better than a rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want to do up there? Or down at the cave entrance area?
And how much does that cost?
I just want to lay down in the grass.
You're going to lay down in the grass up by me?
I will have to.
Yeah.
It's a scroll.
Okay, so
of
he's
6th
up on top of the hill
level,
with me and laying in the grass.
Trying to sunbathe, you know?
Yeah.
That would be interesting on this guide.
Yeah. So you're just sunbathing in the grass?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep looking around to see if I see anything.
Alright. Well, you just start walking. And...
Maybe up kind of toward the waterfall, like the lake
Oh,
that the waterfall would come from.
You're going
So
toward the
kind
waterfall.
kind of a little bit, but up above.
Okay.
So I'd be up on top of the water.
All right. I will say this though, where you heard that voice from was actually like the opposite direction of that.
Okay,
So I just want to let you know that.
that's fine. I'm just gonna keep.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep going this way to see if I see anything
So you're going to investigate the waterfall. I should mention
from the top side.
the waterfall is 60 feet tall.
Okay.
Okay. You're just gonna try.
I'm gonna go towards it and kind of see if I see anything that might be starting to fall apart or anything like that. Considering how many times the waterfall has fucking exploded, I am just trying to see if there's any.
Investigation check. Oh,
Basically.
just roll that. That's an 8 plus
0.
0. All right. You don't really see anything out of the ordinary. You do notice that it's basically a lot of stone and wood
Okay.
that's made this dam. And the water trickling over it appears to be coming out of a lot of places, not just from the top. So, but it
So
does
it does seem like it's starting to fall apart, but not necessarily quickly.
pretty much, yes.
Okay.
Get some mud in there.
So I'm gonna head back toward where he's laying down in the grass.
Okay.
Are you still looking things up?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
Okay.
out how much this scroll is.
So at this point, I'll kind of start heading toward where I heard the noise from.
Okay. Are you going with him or?
Are you coming with me, or are you gonna stay where you're at?
I'll go with.
All right.
I heard a noise. It sounded like it came from this way. So we're off on our merry
Yeah.
way.
Off on your merry way. All right.
Tell us what's happening.
Excuse me. Are you just going? Like, are you chatting with each other? Because when you did say to him, I heard a noise. Right. You heard that again, but kind of faintly.
Kind of faintly.
Yeah.
I just heard it
Slender
again.
Man.
It's this way. Do you want to come?
Yeah, sure.
Can you tell what it is?
I don't know. Can I? If I roll this?
Yeah. That would be investigation.
Should be more ready.
Yeah. Well, I tried. I was like 16.
17 altogether.
17. It almost sounded like an echo.
Echo. Oh, you're reminding me of Slender Man right now.
Let's see if we can find the origin of this.
I should mention this idea was given to me by a friend, and I will explain why afterwards.
I really want to know what this voice is.
All right, let's keep going then.
Yes.
All right, so you keep going, and lo and behold, after about, we'll say 20 minutes, so you have 30 minutes left, just to let you know, you happen upon another cave entrance, but it's a lot smaller.
Okay.
It's still large enough for you to fit through, though.
Okay.
You saying that I wouldn't fit?
He's the largest of the characters.
Okay.
I'm 6'9".
I also have
I'm
Hermes
6
with
years
me.
old.
I have Hermes with me, so. Alright. Can you see into that hole?
I will take a look at this hole.
Do you have dark vision?
I have
Dark,
vision.
okay.
I have vision in
She
the
has
dark.
that.
Okay. Do dragonborns have dark vision?
I think they do.
I don't remember that being a thing.
I think so.
Yeah. We'll say you do. Just to save time.
Okay.
If not, you just light something.
Yeah, so I want to really look around this hole. Like, kind of peek my head in, see what I can see. Be a 9 altogether,
Be a 9.
if you're doing investigation.
You do see a lot of things on the ground, but you don't see anything moving.
Is there like a little rock I can pick up and...
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do that.
All right, just you pick up a rock, you huck it in, you hear clang, thud, thud, clang, thud, clang.
Yeah, I have 120 feet of dark vision.
Okay.
Height.
Do you want to take a look? Did you hear that? There was that clang, thud, 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 clang.
Alright, so I was gonna stick my head kind of into the edge of the hole and look in. Assume you want me to do a perception check?
Yeah.
Say 27.
There's a lot of bodies.
Okay.
And a lot of these bodies look like they were running away from something and
Just dropped.
like just dropped. Upon closer inspection, some of them are wearing armors, some of them are not, and they're all charred.
To answer your question, it's between 5,000 and 50,000.
Okay, so we'll
Yeah, I don't.
middle of the road that and say it's 20,000.
Is there a food source in this
If you
hole?
wanna
Is
level
that what
six.
I'm hearing?
There's lots of dead bodies.
And that's at the
Ooh.
base level.
Yeah,
Some have armor, some don't.
Can't afford it.
They've dropped.
Even
Like
with
they were
mine.
running away and just fell down.
she has a substantial amount of gold. You might be able to do that.
Yeah.
I do have quite a substantial amount of gold.
I go find her if they have it.
All right, I want to know, how are you going to go find them?
Well, I knew they went to the waterfall
Okay.
because they said so.
All right, do you start like just looking? Are you calling out for them?
Yeah, I'm gonna look around.
You're just gonna look.
I'm gonna look.
Can you hear the faint echo?
He has not heard it yet. He
Perception.
doesn't know what you guys know.
I was asking for the sake of asking because you're just up there now.
Perception to see if I see them.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, lucky check.
Actually, no, you're searching for them. So instead of a perception, roll me a survival check because you're technically trying to track them.
Okay. That's a 16.
16. Yep, you definitely noticed very large footprints that you can easily identify as his. And you
Keep
go,
in mind, I have the dog and the bear with me.
yeah, and you notice all those tracks and go, oh, they went that way.
All right, I follow the tracks.
Okay. So we'll say that you've met up with them right at the point where they have noticed all of the burnt corpses.
If this
Can you map in there and tell me what's going on?
yeah, if this happens again, how much gold do we have?
I've got over 28,000,
Can I borrow 20,000?
I suppose.
Because I'm gonna buy us some more time, I think.
Okay.
All right. So, I cast
I also need to check something on that scroll as well.
I cast Arcane Eye.
Arcane Eye. Okay.
And I send it down.
And that has dark vision as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has all the senses.
All the senses. Okay. So you cast your arcane eye. It goes through, starts scanning the cave, and the first thing you see is a small lizard-looking creature that is kind of muttering to himself, and immediately after he says something, another voice from his person comes out, repeating exactly what he just said, right? And it almost sounds like he's arguing with whatever is making that voice in the, like, stop copying me game. Like, this creature has clearly lost its mind in some sense.
Charlie.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to continue?
Well, it's an eye, so it can't hear. No, wait. Hold on.
You said it has all the senses.
Yeah, I think so. Let me pull up Arcane Eye.
Yeah, I was
And
going
when
on
I'm
that.
Sticky and wet.
Giggity.
A Sprite exploded on me.
Well,
Could have been worse. But then again, that's another way for us to get demonetized.
My pants are all sticky now.
Giggity.
It has normal vision and dark vision. It can just see. There is no sound.
Okay, but you basically just
You
see
can
something.
lip read.
Yeah, we'll just say that it seems like he's arguing with something, but you can't see anything there.
Okay.
Then you proceed on.
I report it to them and then I proceed on.
Okay, so you proceed on, go throughout the cave, and then you come to a very large opening. Okay, which you can pretty much figure out, like, oh, this is that opening that I've seen before.
I turn it back before I even get in there.
Okay. All right.
Because I realize any magic that goes in there is probably a bad juju.
Okay.
I send it back.
All right. So there you go, and you described them.
So that's what I saw. There's some what I recognize as a kobold, lizard folk.
Nature check. Definitely
plus
kobold.
5.
Yep.
Kobold.
Kobold.
There's a kobold in there. I'm arguing with itself. I bet if we murder it, it might stop this.
what are we trying?
Murder now? No kobold.
But couldn't the kobold be talking about something else?
It's possible. Do we want to risk me as a bat going in there to try and hear?
I say, probably.
Worst thing that's going to happen is time's going to reset again.
Yeah. But let me, So, I cast 5th level spell.
Okay.
Rary's telepathic bond on everyone,
Okay.
including the animals.
Okay.
We can all, everyone,
So everything I think you guys will know.
well, hold on.
She's looking at Biscuit going, I like his
I like to pet the tail. I wonder if I pulled it off if it would grow back.
tail. You can certainly try.
So, all you know. Oh, yeah, they have to be willing. And if they have an intelligence score of 2 or less, they're unaffected.
All right. What was Roman's intelligence?
I don't
I
remember.
think he's unaffected altogether.
Yeah. Didn't we give him like a 3 though, or a 4?
His intelligence is a 3.
Okay. So it's fine.
However, Hermes is a 2, so he is unaffected.
All righty. There you go.
Bird? Where's the bird? Oh, the bird. Can I bite it? Oh, it's not moving.
Yeah,
I
so
have to
you
bite
can
it
hear
easier.
everyone's thoughts.
Okay. How far does that go, or is it a ranged spell?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay. So I don't have to roll for that. Because the kobold that you saw was roughly about 100 feet in. And to get to the large opening, you figure is probably up to 1,000.
All right. So do we want to risk me trying to go in there and hear what it is, with the threat of us all dying again?
I'm willing to take
Well,
that
someone
risk and let
else
you go
will
in.
have to. We only have so long, and it's about 100 feet. So we're going to have to send someone else down just because we want to remember everything. I'll go, and unless you want to go.
You can crawl on the ceiling.
Do I have spider powers? Or are my claws actually gonna hold in there?
Who was the one that had the spider wand?
He does.
Okay. Because
Can't you also polymorph?
I could also just polymorph every.
right. No, I have invisibility, so I can give you invisibility. A bat's not going to be noticeable, but I can give invisibility.
I will say, this does seem like the kind of cave that bats would be in, so like
Yeah.
a bat would not
I mean,
be...
if you wanted to polymorph into a bat with me, it would kind of make sense that a couple of bats were turning.
Yeah. Also, don't forget about that ability I gave your armor.
Oh, yeah, I know.
At the...
I know.
Yeah. You still haven't used that.
Shall we?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cast polymorph.
Okay, so...
And I just morphed into a bat.
Alright, so you turn into a bat?
Yeah.
You turn into a bat. Anything going on with him?
I want to use it.
You want to use it?
I want to use it.
Alright. So he basically just like sees you guys turn into a bat and goes, "Oh, I want to play too." Pushes something in his armor and fucking dragon wings come out of it. Right?
Impressive.
Nice trick.
You hear that?
Alright. So you're all going to go into the cave. How do you want to do this? You want to stealth it or what?
I can roll for stealth.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be in a cave now, right?
Yeah. Which, by the way, since you two are bats, I'm going to give you advantage on that stealth to see if he notices you.
And do we get our stats, or do we get the bat stats?
You get bat stats.
Except for me because I'm vampire.
No, you would get bat stats for that, I believe.
No, it's a vampire stats.
Okay.
Because the
Yeah.
polymorphing into a bat is part of
Okay.
being a vampire.
All right.
So,
You, however, being a 6'9" dragonborn,
Yeah.
You
you
need
have
some stealth help.
disadvantage.
Now, because I'm in the air, is the metal leg
Yeah,
thing-
no, the metal leg's not going to be affected.
Okay.
It's 24 for stealth.
24, that's a pass.
what's stealth run on?
Stealth is dex.
Oh, hey, Jared.
nerds.
All right, so +2 on dex.
Well, I'm only getting a 7.
You're only getting the 7?
And you have advantage.
A 2
going on?
or a
4.
4.
Four.
I'll replace one with my 15.
Okay.
Path of least resistance.
All right. And,
So that gives me a 17 stealth.
well, you all... I can't believe it just fucking happened. What
But
was
that
your...
said Crystal something else? I was like, what? Is that really a hat?
Yeah, no. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I hear that. All right, so what did you roll again?
7.
You rolled a 7 and you rolled a 15?
Can I use my inspiration point to
17.
make sure I get another one?
You can if you want, but you won't have to. Because this thing is...
Blind as fuck.
I'm perceptive as fuck. He rolled a 2. Statistically, the second worst roll I could have gotten.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all get close enough to notice that this thing is literally having an argument with a voice coming out of its
Alright.
pocket.
Wait, what?
His voice.
This thing
Pocket
is
thing.
yes, this thing is literally having an argument with a voice that is coming out of his pocket.
What language?
Common.
Common. All right.
Yeah.
What's it say?
It just says like the most benign things, like "I fucking hate you. Why are you here?" And it just repeats, "No, stop it." It very, very clearly seems like this creature A does not understand what is going on, and B hates it.
So I think to the Dragonborn, do you have any way of just making it pass out?
I want you to really quick roll me a nature check on it, because you've seen these things and you are familiar with them.
I've seen him too.
I must not really pay attention. I got a 3.
You got a 3?
I've
Yes.
seen them before too.
All right, you can roll
What am I rolling?
nature check.
11.
11. Well, you know it's a kobold, and you also know that kobolds frequently worship dragons.
Oh.
There you go. I'll give you that. Which, by the way, you're at the inn chilling.
I'm chilling.
You're chilling.
Okay.
Do
Been
we
healed
think
and
we can
such and
find
just
my
hanging out.
mommy and
Just
daddy
hanging
in
out,
this
yeah.
cave?
I have major image. I could probably make a dragon appear.
Or
I would say you're
he is
still
dragon
in a
born.
spot that's kind of
Iffy, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that with what little area you have to work with.
He's
You can
He's-
try, but it'd be very cramped.
he's a dragon born and he has big old dragon wings. Kinda I think you could pull it off.
You think?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Play with the dragons?
You're gonna land in front of it.
Yes!
Oh, he's gonna do a superhero landing.
That's actually what I was thinking. Oh, it's really bad for the knees.
Okay, real quick, I do want to give you guys the story as to how this character came in. So, words are hard. Take 2. When I'm at work,
Word
I can't
salad.
have headphones in, so I have a speaker. I have a speaker that fits perfectly in my pocket, and I've been listening to a lot of D&D podcasts and podcasts in general. And my one coworker came up to me and made comments of the disembodied voices coming out of my pocket. That sounds like a great D&D character. And thus, Pockets the Kobold was born.
Pockets the kobold. I love it.
So
I
you
approve.
superhero landing in front of it. I want you to roll me an athletics check.
I never kind of a leg. What is wrong with your dice?
It's an 8 altogether.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
As you land,
I
you
want a failure to land. Come on.
you kind of misjudge like where you're placing your feet because your one leg is slightly heavier than the other.
I see.
So your heavy leg lands on the ground just fine, but your other leg kind of lands in a helmet. It gets kind of lodged on your foot, and for about like 3 seconds, just fuck off.
Yes.
And
The ultimate landing.
and the kobold just kind of like looks at you, all confused. Hi, hi.
Hello there.
Hello there. Where'd you come from?
I came from the sky.
There's no sky in here.
Outside the cave.
Oh, cool.
Haven't died
Yes. Yes, surprisingly, we haven't done
yet. We
it.
haven't died yet.
I'm trying to be
I'm
a
just
heroic
I'm
version of
thinking this
myself
to you.
right
You
now.
can't. He can't hear this.
Why are you here?
Well, I decided to investigate this cave to see what was in here.
And it looks down and no, like you didn't see the bodies?
I thought that was a food source.
You saw the bodies and thought, okay, that looks like a fun place to go for food.
Yeah.
God, you're dumber than me. Are you our new stupid character?
That's
Possibly.
possible.
Yeah.
Is he dumber than you?
Dumber than the wait, you're not actually there.
That's fair.
True. But that would have been awesome if he dropped that line. But yeah, so no, it's just looking at you all confused and that's basically what you got. And the whole time you hear the voice coming from its pocket just repeating everything you say. And it's beginning to get mildly annoying.
Can I investigate this pocket?
You can investigate the pocket if you want.
Like go up and really sniff it? Fine.
Your dice are painful.
Fine. Way to be that way. It's an 8 altogether.
It's an 8. There's really nothing in it, and it's weird.
I am baffled by this pocket.
I think to ask him who enchanted his pocket.
Who enchanted your pocket?
He thinks really hard. He's like, looks like he's about to hurt himself.
I can see the smoke coming out of his
The
head.
gears are churning.
And he's like scratching his head, and he pats his pocket, and he goes, I don't know. I've always had it.
Huh.
Tried changing my clothes. Always an issue.
Do you relay that to us?
Yes, I do.
Well, we can hear it.
Well, it's kind of like a Team Link, so he has to think it to you.
Like
no,
more like
but
you guys
we are.
Yeah, like
we're
you-
bats.
Oh,
we can
yeah,
hear him.
You guys are actually in the area.
Oh, okay.
We can hear it.
Knowledge Arcana.
So you want to do an arcane check on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but more
Identify it.
like, have I heard it without casting anything?
Okay. Like, have you heard the voice without casting anything?
Well, like, have I heard of an
Sure.
item like that?
Oh, okay. So
Have I read about it in a
So you
book?
did, so like that's
If
more
it
of a
was
history
apple,
check.
I'd be tempted.
It's an
I
Arcana
like
check.
apple
Okay, yeah.
pie.
Go
Because
ahead.
I like apple.
it's
pie.
in
got
regards
that
to a
upstairs.
magical object.
You're gonna
Okay.
give me apple pie.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
No.
You could also rule it history. It's the same roll.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Nine?
That's a 9.
18?
I just saw there was
18.
a stack of pies. I grabbed one. I'm like, cool.
You have actually heard of
Ladies and gentlemen.
various
I might
curses
just be
that have
really
been
hungry.
placed on people,
He's really hungry.
right? By
I'm not banging it, so that's good.
in your realm, there are multiple gods, much
Gotcha,
like in this
Jesus.
realm, and
I
we'll
quite
just throw
appreciate
Loki out there. We'll say that this is something a trickster god would do for funsies, right?
it. Hold.
Ask. Ask.
Nobody offered me any Kool-Aid.
It sounds like something
I haven't had
in the
any.
Team Link. It sounds like something a trickster god would do.
Jesus Christ, woman!
You're blocking my access to
Ask-
candy.
Ask if he's had any run-ins with the god of history.
I asked that.
You asked that.
Yes.
He just like looks at you all confused and goes, "We don't really have many gods here. We do have the other voice,
The other
voice.
the big voice, the one that we listen to. Well, they listen to.
Who's
They
that?
don't let me there anymore.
So
They say I'm annoying.
about this big voice,
Big voice, yeah.
Tell us more.
I'm curious.
Hey, he's the big voice that tells us what to do.
Can you take us to this big voice?
I mean, I'm sure everybody would be happy to see you, and maybe they let me back in.
Take me there.
Okay. So he actually like reaches up to grab your hand, but falls like a foot short and just shrugs and this way. Right?
I'm gonna follow along this bat.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
All right. So you're all following along, and he actually leads you directly to the entrance of the large cave,
Oh god, we're all gonna die.
where you see hundreds and hundreds of kobolds.
How densely packed are these kobolds?
This is, like I said, this is a huge underground cavern, right? Actually, a little bit more history about kobolds. They are very good at excavation. They are a very close-knit society. So this is literally an underground kobold city.
Underground Kobold City.
Yes.
Can I roll to quickly and quietly meet up with everyone?
If you want.
Yeah, we'll do that. Biscuit, could you get him a
Well,
dice?
Hermes and Orion are up top, so we'd be pretty easy to find.
Yeah, so just roll me a quick perception check, see if you can't find anybody. We'll say that crap.
Asgard.
Yeah, Asgar and Johnny Two Phones
I'm
have,
impressed that I remembered his name.
have said, fuck it, we're just gonna get drunk in the inn. It's not like it's gonna matter. So they're just pounding them back. And you know what, we'll do this. I'll roll for Johnny, who has convinced the bartender to run a tab.
Right. This one.
Run a
Roll
tab.
it. Right? This one.
That's a D20, yes.
11 with plus.
Plus would be your wisdom or perception.
Plus 0.
11 plus 0. Well, you have found the animals, but you don't know where they are. But you do see the cave, and you kind of assume that they're going through there. So, do you want to just go?
Can I proceed?
You can proceed if you want. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So, actually, want me to, like, how do you want to proceed? Like, do you want to walk, or do you just want to like jog through, or what?
I want to get to everyone as quickly. and
Okay. So, roll me an
quietly-
athletics check.
Okay.
Strength modifier, by the way.
It's a 14 plus your strength.
Plus
Athletics.
7.
7? Yeah, oh yeah, you totally get to them. You have no problem avoiding all of the bodies that are on the ground that I should probably tell you about. You're just looking at them going, okay, not really what I like, but okay. All right, and
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. But you end up meeting up with them, no problem.
This could be problematic. I didn't do this.
I love that. That's great. All right, but you actually meet up with Biscuit, and you don't see the other two.
Okay.
So I'm seeing body parts off the ground, you know?
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
they're all burnt to a crisp.
What did I miss?
We're gonna find out.
All right.
So you're at the entrance of this Kobold City. Also, 15 minutes left.
Does Pockets notice that he's now joined?
Yeah, he just kind of like looks at you and like goes to his hip, but then see how they're not.
Reacting
You
to
know,
each other, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he's kind of like looking, but he does cower behind him a little bit.
Okay.
Because he just saw another tiny thing, but it's not a kobold,
I forgot
and he
his
has no idea what the fuck it is.
I forgot his little.
Tell him it's okay.
It's okay. He is friend.
He's tiny. I don't like him. I
I
don't
wonder
like
how
the
he'd
bag.
react to me just randomly turning into a human in front of him. Well, half elf actually. But.
Yeah. That would be interesting. But so yeah, you're at the Kobold City. Like I said, I've taken you guys off the rails. It's up to you to decide. I'm the action. You're the reaction. I just told you something.
No, I know. I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
Yeah.
Seeing him join up, I decide, and having not been killed or nothing's been triggered, I come and land next to these two, and I turn back into the half elf.
Okay.
Well, the better you went.
Yeah, you definitely freaked out the Kobold, right? And he once again cowers behind Biscuit and actually starts climbing up his arm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Meanwhile, I think discretion is still the best option, and I stay as
a bat. Okay. Now, I mean, you have thus been unnoticed, so you would be able to fly around the city and, like, because you do see other bats flying around. So you would be
Yeah,
able to.
but I don't want to get without reach of Team Link.
Which, how far away is that?
30 feet.
30 feet? Yeah, definitely. Would be out of reach because we'll say that this inner city is probably as large, if not larger, than the actual town, which is roughly a mile.
Can we ask Pockets to take us on a tour of the city so that he can explore whilst that
I was gonna say,
something?
Someone tell him we got more urgent issues.
I think we need to focus on this big voice that he's telling us about hearing and being the one that gives commands.
Oh yeah, and you
Shouldn't-
wouldn't know I'm there.
He's with us. So.
There's a psychic link between them all, but you were not present when that spell was cast, so you would not have that psychic link. They would have to physically tell you these things.
Okay.
Yeah,
Basically.
and also you wouldn't know I'm a bat.
Yeah.
I'm just not there.
You're just not.
You were pretty much surprised to see me too, because you had no
Yeah.
idea that I was
Yeah.
there as a bat.
Pretty much that.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So you went, what the fuck?
Don't mind me, just confused as usual.
Yeah.
um,
So, what's the plan?
Biscuit, get your little friend to take us to the big voice.
That's where I was telling them to take me.
I know, but
You
he's
startled him.
I know he's a little startled, but let's go and check out this voice.
Let's continue to see this voice.
All right.
My God, guys.
So he says, I can try. Then he looks at you and he goes, I don't think they'll like you, though. Or you. Can you go away again? How long does invisibility last?
Well, I have the other thing.
What's the other thing?
I have polymorph, which
Polymorph?
lasts up to an hour.
Okay.
So I'm gonna polymorph you into a bat,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna turn into a bat, and I'll take you kind of up to where he's at in the bat
Rafters.
rafters,
Okay.
whatever.
All right.
So we're just kind of hanging back, but staying close enough to know what's going on.
Got it.
all right. And, like, all of a sudden you just bat. And, like, he looks at you and goes, that was really cool. I wish I could do that.
It's
Does that happen often?
Some of my cousins can fly. I can't. Sorry.
Does that happen often.
All right, so he starts leading you through the city, and like as you're walking through, you're seeing like kobold after kobold, and they're just like looking at you like,
The dragon walks among us.
they're super happy to see you, right? And kobolds is not so much walking as he's strutting, going, yeah, I'm with him, fuckers.
So
Right.
wait till the pocket mimics.
Which the pocket mimics, and everybody just like looks at him and just glares at him, but they don't want to say anything because he's with a very large dragon-like thing, which they worship. Right? But he brings you directly to a large skeleton.
A large
I
skeleton.
Large
seem to recall the
skeleton.
skeleton as being my death.
Brings you to a large skeleton.
Which I'm gonna telepathically tell you guys. I'm pretty sure this is the source of death. It's killed me before.
Oh, great.
Wonderful.
So I kind of like hang back a minute and just stare at this death skeleton.
10 minutes, by the way.
So, can I roll an investigation check?
You may.
11.
11. The only thing that you can really pick from this large skeleton is you take one look at the head and go, that's a dragon.
Okay, I seem to recall there was a figure like sitting between its legs,
You did not see that.
so it's not there now.
You just haven't noticed if it's there or not.
Alright. Let's see if I perceive anything.
Wait, was that? So you
That was
were
an investigation.
okay. Yeah. So yeah.
So
roll-
let's do a perception to see if
check.
I notice anything specific,
Mhm.
magical, deathly,
Yeah,
a
okay.
figure, something.
Right.
I got a 1. But again, my perception, because we're in the dark, is 22.
That's right. You are in the dark and
Which
not
gives me
and not in direct sunlight. But no,
Yeah.
She would
But-
get an advantage then, though.
no. But you
It
rolled
would,
a
yeah.
1,
Yeah, it
and
sort
a
of
1
would be
is an
advantage,
automatic
but
fail.
But
Yeah.
if she gets advantage, on
Not in skill checks.
Huh.
It's in the book.
Huh. Okay. I thought a 1 was a natural fail on everything.
I mean,
Unless-
that's a house rule.
Yeah.
You can house rule it.
Yeah, that's typically what I usually do, and that's
Okay.
that's what I've been doing.
it's fine.
So
Okay.
it's a natural fail, but still with a 22.
As my
Yeah, as your modifier. Okay,
plus my passive perception is a 17.
I'll
so.
give you this. You do see the small figure there, but you can't really make it out.
Okay.
You just know that it's a small figure, and it doesn't have like super pointy ears like the kobolds do.
I'm gonna telepathically tell you to ask about the figure there.
I ask about this figure.
Oh, that's the mother.
That's the mother?
Yeah.
Now,
I must know more.
All right. How do you want
is this the little girl we're looking for?
I'm not saying yes or no on that one. But just how do you want to handle this?
I want to ask more about the mother.
Ask more about the mother. You
Yeah.
just want to ask.
Knowledge, nature, kobolds.
Wait. Are you checking out kobolds or what?
Well, see, like, do they come, like, see if I know anything, like, is there a, like, is it like bees where there's a queen?
Okay.
Or
Or do
is
they have
it,
a hive mind mentality?
well, not like a hive mind mentality, but, like, there's, like, one kobold above the other.
Okay. All right.
Basically. Like,
Yeah.
Is there a queen,
Okay.
you know, someone they would call mother?
Okay.
It's
Is
not
that
a
a 17?
That is a 17.
Okay. You do know that
Plus
yes,
5.
yes, they do have a hive mind mentality. But the thing is kobolds are not inherently strong. They are organized, which makes them great workers, and because of that, they're very commonly enslaved by
Ah.
other races. Now, the thing is you notice that a lot of these kobolds have armor and clothing that's basically thrown together by bits and bobs and shit. Like the Pockets actually has a bracer that he's made from a broken wooden beer mug. But they don't look like they've been mistreated. They look like they're working toward a common goal for what you can only assume would be the dragon skeleton. Like maybe this dragon was alive at some point and they are just continuing to worship it.
Well, whoever it is that they call Mother is probably in charge.
Mhm. But his mother, was it still alive, or do we have
We're,
something else other
we're
than big pile
talking
of
the
bones?
small
The figure, the
Yeah,
small
I know.
figure.
the small figure who they call Mother is probably in charge.
Ask about Mother.
That's what I was asking.
Can we speak to Mother?
Yeah, that's what we want to know. Can we speak to Mother?
Yeah, can we speak to Mother?
All we hear from him is screeches and
Yeah,
Bat noises.
bad
Yeah.
noises.
I'm trying to think of how I want to play this out because there's a way I was going to do this and I now forget it.
That means he did.
No, I'm trying to figure out how to work. Okay, so he goes.
How much time do we have before time resets?
You have about, we'll say 7 minutes. Well, we tend to leave her alone because she doesn't like to be bothered because we need her to take care of the child.
Child?
Ask about the child.
What child?
Well, it's not born yet.
Not born yet.
It's not born yet. Pretty soon.
Like, how soon?
Is it?
Yeah, how soon?
Ask what kind of child it is.
How soon and what kind of child?
It's an egg, and we don't know. Maybe a week, maybe a month, but it's moving, so that's getting close.
Shit.
I say to him in the telepathic, if it's a dragon, you'd be best suited to care for it, seeing as you are a dragonborn. Tell him you'll take care of the egg.
Can I go offer Mother to help take care of the egg?
Sure. If you think you can help, I mean, you look like you would probably know what you're doing.
Well, there's only one way to truly find out, so take me there.
Okay. So he walks you toward the small figure, which is a small figure with a hood up. You can't really see much about it. You can tell that it's sitting down. If it were standing up, it might be 3-4 feet tall. Right? You can see that. And you can see that it's channeling some sort of spell. And there is an egg sitting maybe 5 feet in front of it.
What's with the spell?
Oh, we don't know. She's been doing that for a little while.
Ask where Mother came from.
Where did Mother come from?
She came to us. We don't know.
From where?
From where you guys came from.
Hmm.
From outside.
Ask if the Mother has a name aside from Mother.
Does Mother have any other names?
Oh, we never asked.
Because I have a suspicion that this is who we're looking for.
Arcana to try to identify the spell.
Okay.
What's that?
15.
15 plus 9.
You have no idea.
21.
You have no idea what the hell this thing is channeling, but holy shit, the amount of energy coming out of it.
Do I have even the school?
Nope.
Ew. Well, it's probably not arcane because I don't recognize it.
Okay.
But there's a crap ton of energy.
So, best recommendation? Should we try and stop that, or?
Why don't you ask for the egg? You're dragon-ish. You'd be best suited to care.
So about this egg.
Okay. You just asking about the egg?
I want to take the egg.
You want to take the egg?
Yes. I want to talk to them about taking the egg.
Roll me your stealth check.
To talk to them about taking the egg?
Oh, no. You just want to talk to him about taking the egg?
Yeah, he.
Okay.
He specifically said talk.
I mean, okay. So you just like, can I go take the egg?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be happy because that's like our god in there, kind of, sort of ish.
I want to hold that medallion up there, that thing you gave me,
That.
and see if I can get them to look at it.
Oh, so you're just like, look at the shiny.
Yes. Because remember what happens when you look at it.
Okay, all right. I'll roll for that. That's a 17 on their giving a fuck, and they're just kind of like, I mean, there's not a whole lot of them around you, right? A few have started following you because, like, ooh, big dragon guy. But most of them are just going about their work. But there are a few which you would call guards guarding the egg. 2 minutes, by the way.
I just want to flash the die at them, and then God let me see egg.
Okay. They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck.
Not even for the fact that
Not-
it can make them feel better.
Nope.
Huh? You bitch.
Nobody here's been injured.
Ask if you can touch the egg, seeing as the dragon energy might maybe encourage attach.
Can I touch the egg?
You can certainly try.
Try, huh?
I want you to roll me your stealth check with disadvantage as you have.
Six.
That's a 10.
That's a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pretty much start walking up as quietly as you can,
Clank, clank.
pretty
Clank.
much. And I also want you to roll me a perception check. Everybody, actually.
Perception.
Perception.
I got 23.
Not fucking 20.
Nat 20, 23.
But- Plus 22.
Yeah.
Well, you
I-
got it just having a nat 20.
I had
What did you
44
roll?
perception, damn it.
12.
12. And
13.
13. So you two see this. You two don't.
Woo!
The small figure looks up, has a very surprised look on her face, and then all of a sudden a huge burst of energy, which everybody sees, comes right out of that spell that she's channeling, and you are all torn to shreds.
And we're dead.
And you're dead.
Wonderful.
Okay, so we're gonna end that episode there because we're actually at the end of our time limit. So yeah, they fucking hate me.
Yep.
All right, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.